Before you begin, you may wish to find yourself a comfortable, safe space where you know you will not be interrupted, not be interrupted, not be interrupted, not be interrupted, not be interrupted. Welcome to Rebel Heart Tarot Talk, where we are pulling a card for the week ahead, which we do every week. And we also do a card at the beginning of each month. So you may want to go back and see the previous two cards for February, because it seems like we have a bit of a pattern arising, but we don't know how that pattern is going to continue till in a few seconds when Niki pulls a card. Give us a like and a subscribe so that you don't miss any of these videos. Hi, Niki.
I love you, all right.
I'm good, thank you. I'm keen to see what the week of the 13th of February has for us.
Yeah, especially as the other two cards have been so well aligned. It's really, really interesting. Shall I pull one of them?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. One of these days I'll get that riffle shuffle sorted and I'll be less cack-handed at trying to pull a card.
Well, you did say you've got not a lot on this week, so perhaps you could prioritize that for us all, please.
Oh my God.
What is it? Oh.
That's really weird.
Dun, dun. Okay, so I'm going to not read this from the book. I'm going to reference you back to the video for the beginning of February, which was the Justice card. So I'm not going to read it again. If you want to know what the Rebel Heart Tarot Guidebook says about that, go back to that first video for the whole of the month, but we can have a chat about this. So we had for the whole of the month Justice. Then last week was Five of Swords, which really had a kind of justice, moving on, finding yourself kind of vibe. And now we're back to Justice. So mid-month, we're kind of being pulled into the heart of the theme of the month, which is...
Or is it a reminder not to be sidetracked, perhaps?
Well, yeah, I mean, it just feels like when a theme kind of pops up over a period of time like that, that we are... It's a strong theme. It's a strong theme for the month, you know. Things are working out in our favor if we allow them, if we allow ourselves to be stripped back to our essential truth, if we can take that time to honor and recognize what that truth is. It's yeah, especially with the Five of Swords last week, which is, you know, we kind of were encouraging people to step up, not take any nonsense, you know, work with their truth into moving forward. And then here a week later, we have Justice. So it feels like the balance has come right. So perhaps this week we'll all be feeling better aligned.
Much lighter.
Yeah. It's got a light feel. It feels like some of the work that we needed to get to that justice point has perhaps been done in the months.
Yeah. And also it's that that registration that we're on the right path and you're doing the work that you need to be doing and just keep doing it.
Yes. And I think one of the most important things that we can bear in mind while we're working with this kind of justice energy is, does it feel good to us? Dead simple. Does this feel good to me? And if it doesn't, or in some way it rumbles, or there's a bit of an irksome feeling, or the vibe is off, or, you know, you just smell a rat. If things just don't feel quite right to you, then that's your barometer, that's your compass. That is enough for you to say no or to say yes to certain things. It's really digging deep into what you know to be true and abiding by it, and not talking yourself out of it or going, oh, well, it'll probably be all right, you know.
Have a bit more self-belief, and also that knowledge that your gut's generally not wrong.
Yeah, it's that intuition larky again, isn't it? It's kind of...
Intuition can sometimes get squished against the noise of life, isn't it? You know, there's so much going on and so much kind of pressure from externally that, you know, sometimes you can't hear your intuition as well, and you doubt it because you can't hear it.
Yeah, and
so
you know,
go for a walk, get out in the countryside and actually just put your phone in your back pocket and just be in nature and just live with those thoughts that are going around in your head and see what bubbles up.
Yeah, because you know that loud voice of your ego will trample the intuition and go, actually, I'm the intuition.
This is what I need. No.
It'll trick you. It's a trickster. But yeah, I think, you know, this feels like a good week for kind of maybe finalizing that justice point that we're trying to meet. Okay.
There you go.
I'm just sorry. If I got a bit slightly distracted there, there's weird shadows moving about. I think it's a cat. Anyway,
Looking for food.
it just was a big shadow. I'm like, there's nobody else in the house. Anyway, um, anyway, that is where we're at. So justice is dogging us and continuing to be with us throughout February. I think that's going to be a good thing. I think we're going to, step into, and it's the start of the year still, so it's setting us up right.
Yeah, I was about to say it's about letting, and also we're coming up to that astrological new moon, aren't we? Or the astrological new year, which is Aries in March. So actually, to get rid of all this flim flam that we hold on to and stuff from the previous year that we don't need anymore, and actually move forward with the right energy into that space. Spring's about to spring. We kind of action stations and all of that. Maybe this is the last hurrah of getting rid of the rubbish and moving forward with open space.
I like that thought. And if you like that thought, please do like and subscribe. Also, as I am going to encourage you to do, pull your own card alongside us, whether it's Rebel Heart or another deck, and then pop it below and let's see what, how does this card that we've pulled for you relate to your own personal card. That's an interesting little exercise that we can all kind of reflect on together. So we would welcome you doing that. And then otherwise, we will see you next week for the last week of February, which we're going to include the last 2 days into that as well. And we'll see whether we continue with this justice theme. All right, then. See you then.
Bye.